Wow, this is exciting. It's my first speech actually since I started last year in October. I give you a quick background of where I come from. My name is Carsten and I'm EMEA Sales Director for etouches. And just to give you a brief overview, I hope you can, what's going on here? You can see the lady on the right, and I met this lady, Leonora Valvo, our CEO and founder, last year on a conference, and some of you might know the conference. It's Fresh Conference in Copenhagen. And actually we went to a run at 6 in the morning, just before the conference started, and we did a 10K run together. And what Marion mentioned about excitement working for a company, I actually got excited when I listened to her story and where she and her company came from, and how she developed etouches to become one of the world's leading event management software solutions out there in the market. So I can talk about features and functions and registration things like 3 days long, and I don't want to do this today. I want to engage you and I want to ask you to ask questions, and please engage with me if you want. I'm going to give you, how are we going to do this? I'm going to give you a quick overview of where we come from and our event DNA, and then we're going to straight jump into the software itself so you can actually get a look and feel and the flavor of how the software works, okay? So before we started etouches, like literally back before 2005, we were actually a meeting planning organization like yourself. We used to manage events, we used to plan events, we were a group of meeting planners, and we were desperately in need for an event management solution. By that time, we were looking for an easy-to-use, online, seamless, integrated tool that helps us to manage all of our clients' events and our own events, and we couldn't find it. We were working with Microsoft spreadsheets, we were working with Excel spreadsheets, Microsoft Project, we used SurveyMonkey for the surveys, post-event and pre-event, we're using different tools, project management, and our team really got frustrated because they spent more time learning how to use MS Project for events than focusing on increasing the attendee experience and the return on investment. So we couldn't find this tool. So in 2005, we decided to create our software, etouches, with a background of event management, and our clients loved it. So our clients asked us if they can rent it out, and we did. So our clients loving it, we're using it, and we continuously develop the software. And in 2008, we officially became a software company in the event space. So that's our background. And this makes us really, really different from other tools out there that have a technology background, that are technologists and made by technologists. We are actually made by event planners, which give you, as an event planner, a couple of benefits. And some of the benefits that this gives you is, for example, that it's very, very intuitive to use in the back end, right? We provide you with 24/7 free global support worldwide. We have offices in the US, offices in UK, offices in Sydney. Wherever you are, at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you need to print out a badge, you can call us, and our team, with a background in events management, has actually the experience to help you and to help you out on this stage. Another thing is we are multilingual. We used to be a global PCO company, so that's why etouches also is multilingual, multi-currencies. We have over 30 different payment providers that we integrate with. So not like Eventbrite where you have everything integrated. You have to attach your payment gateway to the software. We have 700 plus customers at the moment, 50,000 events, and we manage all kinds of verticals, from associations, non-for-profits, charities, associations, corporations, large one, but also you can use our software for small events, 250 registrations a year, and so on. Yeah, our customers are quite happy with this, so we have a 96% customer retention rate, which is great, and we just opened our office in UK, so that's great. Okay. Just to give you an overview of what we do. I know this is really, really a lot of things that you don't want to learn now, but we give you a trial version and we also give you a demo version. So if you want to test the system, you can always do that on etouches.com, so no problem. Let me quickly jump into this event lifecycle. And these are the 14 different modules that etouches provides you in the event lifecycle. And we have two product offerings. One of them is the quad offering, so everything that you need kind of like for your event, the event basics I always call it. Then we have the whole thing here, the blue part, the purple part, and the pink part, which is the professional product line, which allows you to not only use the event basics, but also it gives you planning tools. And again, remember, these planning tools are actually made by event planners, so it's not like a Microsoft project, it's actually a project management tool just for event planners. But also besides planning tools like eBudget, eWiki, eProject, and eScheduler, we also really focus on what's most important for you, the attendee experience, right? So we also give you spatial networking tools that actually help you to increase the attendee experience. And for example, matchmaking, right? eSocial is a matchmaking tool. eSeating is a great tool to arrange like seatings and to manage your seating plans and all this, as you can see here. Also eBooth for smaller exhibitions that you have maybe in front of a conference or something. So these tools are all in the system. But also, we have very interesting things. We have the Plus program. And the Plus program is the blue part here, the light blue part. And this allows you to actually add certain models to your portfolio, for example, own do-it-yourself web-based attendee app. And again, all of these models are totally integrated, so at no time you need to copy and paste something from one system to the other. Everything speaks to each other, and this is really a value add for you. So you're actually not purchasing a set of features and functions. I'm sure there are so many tools out there, and I used to work for a company called Amiando, which is like a ticketing tool. I know there's so many tools out there that do that, but the main thing about etouches is that you not only purchase the software, but the people behind it, the support of it, and the whole event DNA. So for example, there was one question coming up, if you don't know how to actually set up the event in the system and you need help, you can first of all call us, or second of all, as we were event planners, we also have professional services and event services from our company that you can always call, and you can ask for our advice, for our expertise, and this is the whole package, so you get everything. Okay? And I'm going to jump straight into the software in a little while. First of all, eReg. And eReg is kind of like the core model of our solution, and I'm going to show you the system in a second. So this is pretty much what's the main part of this discussion, having an online registration system. And eReg is our framework model. So this is where you build your attendee categories, your different questions, where you manage your hotel bookings, your travel arrangements. This is where you have your look and feel, where you integrate your payment gateways, where you have a fully easy drag and drop reporting to make sure that you can easily report to your stakeholders. And this is really the most important thing. And next thing, we have e-marketing, which is like MailChimp, but integrated as a marketing tool that helps you to send out emails, RSVPs, invitation emails, and so on. Yeah, I don't want to go into detail here, but there's one thing, for example, eHome. And if you like fancy, super-looking event websites, then eHome is perfectly for you because it allows you to not have a designer somewhere else that does a web page for you. You as an event planner, you can actually go into the system and build the own event website yourself. If you want it highly advanced, you can even customize it super with CSS. And I just want to quickly show you some examples of this. There we go. This is our web page. So here on etouches.com, you actually see the virtual tour. You can also sign up for a live demo, and you can even get a free trial. So you can actually put some data in there, import your registrants, create an event, and test it out right now if you want to. So let's go into some examples. I quickly want to log into the system, so you actually see it live in action. Just quickly my credentials here. And again, you can have as many users as you want in the system, as many events as you like. You can have as many marketing campaigns, as many surveys. And if you don't know what all these tools are, I'm happy to show you later on. That's no problem. So let's do this quickly. I go to my demo account, which is here. And I wanted to jump into my colleague Simon's folder. And here, I'm going to show you a very basic demo event. Okay, this is like one of the events I built. And again, this is like all information here, event goals, compare with event, and you have the different models you just mentioned here in this timeline here. And then you have eReg, the main part. This is, for example, where you build all your categories, your attendee info, your agenda, blah, 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 everything. So coming back to this. So this is a basic event web page, right? So everything you need there. You have your home, you have your home site, your front page, you have your agenda. And this agenda is really, really nice because it talks to eReg. So in eReg, you would actually set up this agenda, and then with one click of a button, this data flows to the website, and your attendees write the latest information on the website. So this is really important. You don't want to drag and drop or copy and paste anything from your system to the web page and ask your developer to do this. You can actually do this in the system yourself. So now you have like an agenda with a speaker here. This is actually our developer in our Reading office, Timothy Cummins. And yeah, it's quite nice. Then you have a speakers, for example. You have a speaker listing. You want to display your venue. Yeah. So this is basically a self-made event website. Yeah. I show you some, and the reason I love this, I show you some of our clients' examples. So imagine this. This is also done with eHome, right? This is one of our models where you can actually build your event website. And this is our client, MasterCard. And they have a nice landing page here. I really love it. And now when you click on conferences, for example, you are brought straight to the merchant, for example, the Merchant Risk Summit. And now you can actually click on register. And now you can actually start the registration process. You can allow your registrants to modify the registrations. And you have different options there. So now eReg takes over, and now you can actually register through the process, right? And you have all the workflows that you want, different categories, and so on and so on. Okay. And talking about the user friendliness of the system, because this is what you want. You have a team of 5, 6 event planners that have no clue about technology, maybe, but they want to plan their event. So we give you the tools to make it easy. And let me quickly jump into this model eHome. I show you how easy it is. Remember this website? This is the one we just seen on the screen. So what I want to do now, I want to create a new page with my speakers. So what I do is I add a new page and I give it a name, speakers, and speakers. And now I build this page just by clicking a couple of buttons. So I build a sidebars, I give it a page title, and then I save this, and voila, with one click, if the internet doesn't, there we go, we got a new option here, speakers, and now you can actually pull content from your event. So for example, your agenda details, your speaker details, your options, your lodging, in this case, the speaker details, add them on. It's working like widgets. If you heard of the term widgets, this is exactly what it is, to be honest. So now you can actually show what you want to display. And this is really, really nice for you to do. And there we go. Now we got this in the middle of the part. We got the column here, and you can add content. And now you got a nice-looking event site. Same works with e-marketing as a marketing tool. You can just create your email marketing newsletter yourself, HTML content. And if you can use Word, you can use this as well. Talking about Microsoft Project and how Microsoft Project didn't really work for us, I show you eProject. And eProject is a timeline tool, so you can actually decide, okay, what needs to be done in order to make my event run smoothly and efficiently. And you don't want to have all these pim-pam functions and features of Microsoft Project. And don't get me wrong, it's a great tool, but it's just not made specifically for event planners. So you can use eProject for this. Another thing, I'm just taking bits and pieces of our software, so there's much, much more to explore and to discover. One thing I want to show you is also the ability to have your own mobile app in the system. And this is great because we give you the ability now to create your own web-based app with low budget, with no long time frame, and you can actually test this yourself. So let's do this. Remember that we manage all the speakers, we built our page now, we have all the information in the system, and now we can create our own mobile app from the system. This is part of our Plus program. So now here you have a drag and drop area. You have actually your little iPad here, And again, because it's a web app, all you need is a browser. You don't have to have an iTunes version of this. It's really, really complicated, and I can engage in this later on. It's really complicated to have a native app for events. So this is why we recommend you to have a web-based app. So here, you can actually now add a page, and again, this talks to each other. You can have a custom page here, and give it the title, let's say, Londonlaunch. And with one click, you have this page here, and now you can fill this page with content, and you can build your own page, which is great. I love it. And now, once it's ready, you can actually now test this before you make it live, because you want to test this, right? And again, we know we have your mindset as an event planner ourselves. We know how you think, so we want to test it. You don't want to get anything live before it's actually tested. So now you can actually, if anyone has a QR code scanner on their phone, you can scan this in, and voila, you get the experience that the attendee would have on your mobile device. Okay, there's much, much more to explore, and I really would be happy to engage in some discussions later on. I got approximately four minutes left here. It's a complex product. I know it takes ages to do this, but this is etouches, and this is our whole tool set. I want to talk also a little bit about security issues, for example. So this is what I experience a lot when I talk to clients, like some of our big clients, like oil companies. And again, you can use etouches for every range of events, smaller events and bigger events. But some of our clients, for example, they always have the question of security. And to make sure that we actually cater for this, we also offer you, let's see, full PCI compliance. I don't know what's. We got a new presentation here. This is. I'm sorry for this. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna do it from the scratch. No problem. What we do is we are PCI level 1 compliant. That means our servers are really much secure, and also we make sure that we have a really good certificates in the system that allow you to have your data safe and private, which is really important. Apart from the security issue, we also partner with some of the best companies in the event space. So we believe really that you have to be the best in what you do, and if you can't do it, then you need to partner with the ones that can do it. So for example, talking about e-marketing, if you don't want to use just a basic marketing tool with invitations and RSVPs, we give you the ability to integrate with, for example, Silverpop. So now you have a great partner on your side that you can use for marketing automation, for example. But also, for example, if you're using a CRM, we are not a CRM. Okay, we are an event management software. However, we partner with what we experience from our clients are the common CRM systems, such as Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics. Our development team makes sure that we integrate to this. And this is really important for you as well, because you want to be the best in what you do. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Carsten. Oh, bang on time. It's frightening. So
yeah.
Right, a couple of things. First of all, the air conditioning is being sorted. Okay, those of you who are slightly freezing, or even really freezing, I have asked, and they're on the case. So don't worry. So all those questions about that, no, I've dealt with that already. Now, you speak excellent English.
Thank you.
And so do this lot. But, I mean, I've just hosted a conference in Poland. It was a global conference, and language isn't always, English isn't always up to speed. Do you have one site that can work multilingually?
Yes, we can have over 27 different languages in the system, and also over 13 different currencies. Right. Is this what you're asking for? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
That's what I was asking. Where are you? I've got lots of questions here.
Yeah.
Where are the servers located?
Servers located in support is in Reading, in Australia, in London, in Australia, and also in the US. So no matter in what time zone you are, you can actually get a real person on the phone and not just like a machine or some techie guy that tells you push this button. So yeah, it's Reading, USA, and Sydney.
Okay. The reason you couldn't see his presentation on your tablets, of course, was because he was keeping close control of it because he wanted to go through and do stuff live, as it were. Do either of you guys have a question for Carsten?
Just a quick question. Obviously, you've got a very much an all-encompassing site with a lot of modules. If someone wanted to set up a basic event site, in your experience, how long would that take?
Yeah, a very basic event site like the one I showed you. If you know a little bit how to drag and drop things and you know how to use Word, probably 3 days maybe. 3 days to have a website built up, a registration process, marketing, and just have everything tested. Yeah, it's probably not as quick as Eventbrite. That's definitely true. So you have to ask what you need, right? And then you see what you need. Then Eventbrite or etouches.
And obviously, if I'm working, maybe I've got some existing systems that I use. Maybe I want to use my own website in terms of front-end information side of things. Is it possible to integrate your registration element into that quite easily?
Absolutely, and this is what I think Londonlaunch did. When you registered for this event, you've seen the registration part, e-reg of etouches, and this is just the bits and piece of the registration form. So you can actually put it in your page or put it on blogs or LinkedIn or whatever you want to. Yeah.
So very much a modularized system where you can use what you want and not use other elements.
Correct. You can. Yeah. Correct. Okay. Yeah. You have to decide if you want to use Quad or Pro. This is one decision you have to make: basics or advanced, and then you can add Plus on top of this. Yeah.
Great. Thank you from my side.
Okay. In terms of the software, when you were working on the content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can multiple users do it at the same time, sort of thing?
Absolutely. We have like global companies with 25 users. And they all need to have access at the same time, so they're working together. And actually, I didn't go into detail, but our collaboration tools, such as eWiki, they allow you to work together very closely in your teams, in your global teams. And again, there's no charge for users. You can have your whole company have access to the system.
Okay. Well, you mentioned charge there, and a lot of people ask
how
much all these things cost.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's a bespoke cost based on one's needs and everything.
Straightforward.
Sort of stuff. It's very straightforward, isn't
it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if you're hanging around, I'm sure lots of people will ask you questions because we've got lots more questions. Okay. But we're running out of time. I need to get the other.
That's all right. Yeah.
But thank you very much, Carsten Pleiser.
No problem.